Hi and welcome back to my channel. In the previous lesson we have learned how to manage customer invoice payment, or in other words the receipt voucher details, which will automatically highlight your mistake. You can search for any invoice. Suppose 201 is highlighted. Let's search for it. 201, press enter, and it shows us the mistake. The amount was 10,000 and the applied amount was 10,001. We just make the changes, press enter, and the highlight is gone. You can highlight your search, just search for 203 and that is automatically highlighted, and even you can receive the amount against the opening balance or any invoice. The invoice status is updated automatically. You can see here partially paid, fully paid, or if it's not paid, and here it will show you the opening balance of that customer and the amount that has been paid against the opening balance. In this lesson we are going to learn how to print receipt voucher, because we have created these receipt vouchers. We have want to print it and create this fully dynamic receipt vouchers. The last receipt voucher is automatically displayed, but you can search for any previous receipt voucher that you want, and a message will also be automatically showed here that this is not the last receipt voucher, so you don't make a mistake and print the same receipt vouchers again. If it is cash, then it will automatically clear these fields and they will change into sterics. So let's see how we can do it. Before proceeding into the lesson, let me remind you that links to the previous lesson will be shared in the description, so either you can watch the previous lessons, because all these lessons are related to each other. I've already created the sheet and you know how to create sheets like this, and I'll walk you through each and every step how I have done it. But designing this live at the same time will take a lot of time. To save the time, I have done it. So I've selected the range from here from D4 all the way through L20. I've selected this range, I've removed the fill from it, and I've let the first column here as a border, and here also I've left the last column as a border. At the top row I've left it as a border, and at the end the row number 20 I've left it as a border. And so let's start from here. The first thing I've done is I've merged most of the cell. I have not center aligned them, just I've used the merge so that they always stay in the center even if I resize them. So the first fifth row E5 to K5, I've merged the cell and I've entered the heading. It is bold and italic, and the font size is 24 and Roman Times New Roman, so you can select that. In the second row, row number 6, the same thing I've done. I've merged these cells and I've centered them, and I've entered the address. In the third row I've entered my YouTube channel address, and in the fourth row, the eighth row, the same way I have merged them, and I've typed my mobile number here. So this is the heading for your company, and I'll show you how to insert a logo. Click insert, select a picture, and from your file select the logo that you want. I have already created a logo here. Click insert. Here a picture will appear. Now you can resize it as you want, according to the size you want. But the main thing is sometimes you want to fix it. You can see this, it's fixed here. Let me select this range and highlight the top border, and select this range and highlight the lower border. That's it. That's the easiest thing you can do to fix it in the center. You see this picture lies straight in the center. I'll just drag it here, resize it. This way you can align your image, your logo. I'll just remove it, and I'll remove the border because I don't want the borders. No border. I'll remove the border from here also. So this is the heading. You can create and insert a logo. And here below that I have written the heading receipt vouchers. Select this range and click on the border that is below. So this will get a line here, complete line that will separate the heading from the receipt vouchers. And just below here I've written this receipt voucher number, and in front of in the next row F I've created the lower border, so we'll get the receipt voucher number dynamically from our receipt voucher. Here we have created the receipt voucher. You see here, whenever a receipt voucher is created, I want it to be displayed dynamically. I don't want to do any manual entries. So for that purpose, I'll go back to the receipt voucher. But just before starting the formulas, let me explain all the rest of the fields. So here it is the receipt voucher. There will be the receipt voucher number, and just in column J there will be the date, and I've just right aligned it and bold, and here it will be the customer ID and the customer ID number. And here I'll enter the amount and the amount that the customer has paid. Received from the name of the customer from whom we have received the amount. I want to merge and center them. So for that purpose, I'll just hold the control key and select this range. So you can merge multiple cells across and select these cells while holding the control key. Select these cells also. Go to merge and center, merge across, click on it, and they will be automatically, all these rows will be merged. Hold the control key and select them. I want them to be left aligned. Here we'll write the name of the customer, and this for the purpose why we have received this amount. Was it a previous balance, was it for the current balance, or was it advance? And here we will enter the amount in words. So I'll just merge these cells also, hold the control key and select them, and here this bank also. Click on merge merge across. So this way they are also merged. And this is the bank name if it is a check or online transaction, the name of the bank, and the reference number if it is a check, the check number, and who has received the amount. And here will be the signature of the person who has received the amount. And here we will have merged these cells. Here you can write any welcoming message, and in this row we'll insert a dynamic date and time. The time whenever you print the receipt voucher, the date and time will be inserted dynamically. So let's search for the last invoice. We'll use the max formula equal to max, press tab, select the receipt voucher. I'll select this column that contains the receipt voucher numbers, select long range 999, press enter. This way I get the last receipt voucher. Now I want to format it, I want to custom format it, so I get leading zeros. I want my receipt voucher to appear in as a 5 digits. So I'll just press Ctrl 1, go to custom format, and here I'll type 2 leading zeros and then 3 hashes. 1, 2, 3. So you see the format, you can see the sample here. It automatically, whenever my receipt voucher will be displayed, it will have 2 leading zeros. Click OK. So this way we get the receipt voucher number formatted. Now I want the date, but always in the previous videos you have seen that we go and back and forth to find the column index. So this time I'm going to show you a trick how you can display the same workbook in 2 windows. So we'll go to view, click on new window, and now click arrange windows, and from here select horizontal, click OK. You see the same file is open in 2 windows now, and we'll just arrange it because here are the receipt vouchers. So I'll just arrange this one first. I'll just resize it because I want only the column numbers. So I see here I can easily now see the column names, and I'll just resize this one also, and here I'll display the print receipt voucher. See here, but it makes a slight changes. You see the grid lines appear here. You can go to view and hide the grid lines. To get the date of the receipt voucher, I'll use the VLOOKUP formula equal to VLOOKUP, press tab, receipt voucher number is the lookup value, comma, the table and array is here. From here I'll go to receipt vouchers and select this range. I select a long range 999, comma, and the column and index is just behind the buttons here. In D is the date, comma, and I want the exact match 0, press enter. I get the date here. Let me change this back to receipt vouchers so I can see the headings now. Now I'll just want to format it to short format, that is DD-MM-YYYY. So you can do it there are 2 ways to do it. Easiest way is go to the general, from here select the short date, and the other way to do it is press Ctrl 1 and here select, click on a date and click custom, and from here if you want to remove the YY, you want only 23, you'll get 23. In the custom you can select any format you want. So the date is formatted. The next thing is the customer ID. I'll just copy the same formula from here, Control C, press escape, click here and press Control V. Now I'll just have to update the column and index. So the customer ID is in column E. You see easily I can see here it's column E. I don't have to go back and forth, just type E here, press enter. I get the customer ID, and I want to custom format it. I'll press Ctrl 1, go to custom, and I'll just enter here leading 2 zeros and asterisk for the number because I want 2 leading zeros here also. Click OK. I get 004. Now for the amount, I'll just paste the same formula very easily, Control V, and I'll just update. The amount is in column M. You see easily I can see the column numbers here. So I'll just update this from here, from D to N. That's it. It's very easy. You can even, if you want to tally 2 different sheets, you want to see whether the amount is correctly entered, you can also use this arrange windows sheet option to see 2 different sheets at the same time or the same sheets at the same time. So let's format the amount. I'll just click here for the 1000 separator and 2 decimal places. Now received from whom I have received this amount, I'll just paste the same formula here also, Control V. Name is in column F. Just change the index number to F, press enter. I want the address also. For that I'll join it with the address type and double quotes, comma, space, double quote, and Control V. The address is in column G. I'll just change this E to G, press enter. Instead of comma, enter here a dash. That looks more better. I'll just enter another space, delete this comma, dash, press enter. You see I get here the name of the customer and his address here also. Now I'll just paste the same formula for why it's received. So for the purpose of receiving, I've written here the notes. It's the previous dues. I'll just copy this formula, Control C, press escape, and here I'll paste it, Control V. Now the reason for is the notes. I'll change this to O. Press enter. I get the reason for here. The amount in words, here I've used a Visual Basic query. I've already created a function that converts the amount from numbers into words, and that is equal to tab, and just select this cell. So if you're familiar with VBA, you can easily Google it. Press enter. This way I get the amount in words. Received in, how it was received, in cash or check or online. I'll just copy this formula again. Control C, press escape. I'll just paste it here. Control V. And received in, the type is in H. So I'll just update the column and index H. Press enter. Now the bank, just paste the same formula. Control V. The bank is in column J. So I'll do this from E to J. Press enter. I get the bank. And the reference number is here in column I. Control V. You have to copy the formula again. Control C. Press escape and just paste it here. Control V. Now the reference is in column I. I'll update this from J to I. This way you can easily find the column index numbers, that in which column the field is there. It is very easy to watch the same file in two windows. Press enter. I get the check number here, and these fonts I've changed to italic, but this I have not changed italic. It's number, so it should look like that. And received by, where received the amount, just click here, Control V, and it was received by Naeem. So it's a column M. Just click here, change, delete, and press enter M. Press enter. I get the name, and this I have left for the signature who has received the amount. The next, I've merged these cells also. You can add the welcoming business, thank you for your business. Here I want the date and time to be entered dynamically. So at the time of printing, it should insert the date and time automatically. For that, I'll use now. Press tab and enter. This way it enters the time dynamically. Let me close this window now because I don't need it anymore. And let me maximize the window. Now what remains is the search. We want to search. So whenever I search for a specific receipt voucher, I want the details to be displayed here. For that, I'll use the offset formula to create a drop down list, because the offset formula will update the drop down list automatically as I enter more receipt vouchers. Equal to offset, press tab, and the reference is the receipt voucher, these from here, from the receipt voucher number, comma. And the row, I just want to move one row below. That is from here, I want to start one. And for the column, it is the same column, so I'll just leave it with a comma. And for the height, I'll use CountA function, CountA, press tab. And from this one, I want to count this range. I'll select long range 999 and close the bracket. Press enter. In the previous lessons, I've explained in detail how offset works, so you can watch those lessons also. The links to those lessons are shared in the description. Now it shows an error, but it's not an error because Excel cannot show more than one value in a single cell. Just click in the formula bar, press F9. Here you can see the list of the receipt vouchers. Press escape to leave the formula. Just select this formula, Control C, press escape. Now select data validation, select list, and paste the formula in the source, Control V. I want an input message also, so here I'll type receipt voucher list, and here I'll type an input message, select RV number from the list. Click OK. So whenever someone select this cell, it will display the message. Now I'll select any number from here. I want the details of this receipt voucher to be displayed dynamically here. For that, I'll have to make some changes in this formula. I'll type if, press tab, this search cell is not equal to blank, double quote, comma, then it should return this search number, comma, else it should continue with the formula. Press enter. I get 203 and I get all the details of that receipt voucher. Let me select another one. You see, I'm getting all the details here automatically. If it is cash, I want these fields to be filled with *, for example. So I'll use the if formula. If tab, this cell is equal to double quote cash, as it is text, so we have to write in double quotes, comma, then it should fill these cells with *, double quote, enter a few *, double quote, comma, else it should continue the formula. Press enter. See, this will appear here. I'll copy the same formula from here, Control C, press escape, and update this formula also. Control V, press enter. Now as I change to another receipt voucher, see, now the numbers will appear, but if it is cash, it will appear in asterisk. So this way we have completed our receipt voucher number. Now I want to print it. As I select this, press Control P. See, the receipt voucher is not selected, and I want it to be selected dynamically. I'll select this range, the receipt voucher only, and go to page layout, print area, set print area, and you see a dashes around it. This means this area has been selected now. Now when I press Control P, see, it appears automatically, but you can set the margins as too much at the top. Go to page setup. From here, margins, you can increase the top margins. Click OK. This way, whenever I press Control P, my receipt voucher will be automatically displayed. I don't have to fix the print areas again and again. Here I want to display a warning message. I've just merged this cell and I've selected the wrap text, so the message appears in the center. Suppose if this is not the last receipt voucher, I want to display a message here, a warning here that this is not the last receipt voucher. For that purpose, I'll first find the last receipt voucher equal to max, press tab, and go to the receipt voucher. I'll select this range, select long range 999, press enter. I get 205, and this is not 205, this is 201. That means I've searched it. I'll just use a formula here. If tab, the value that is being returned by the max formula is not equal to the receipt voucher number that is displayed here, then it will show a message. That means it is a search. Double quote, this is not the last receipt voucher. Clear the search, double quote, comma, else it should return blank, double quote, press enter. See, now I get blank here. If I search here 201, I get the message. But I want to change the background color also to white. For that, I'll use the conditional formatting, new rules, using a formula equal to this cell is not equal to blank, then it should format it. Just fill with white color. Click OK. OK. You see, now as I remove the search from here, so it disappears. This way we have completed how to print the receipt voucher. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to create a customer statement, a complete customer statement that will be printed very easily. You can complete all the customer statements. The previous balance will be displayed and the balance according to the days. All this will be created in the next lesson. Hope you like this video, and don't forget to share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.